Day. I'm Jessica Austria, and today I will discuss the injury risk and prevention in playing badminton. Based on the few existing studies on injuries in badminton compared to other sports, it is of relatively low risk and dominated by overuse injuries because there is no physical contact with the opponent. The injury duration is relatively long, but only a few working days are lost, and most injuries are localized to the foot and ankle. The most frequent types of injury are sprained ligaments, muscle fiber tears, sprained ankle, torn ligament, and Achilles tendon tear. A sprained ankle is an injury that occurs when you roll or twist your ankle in an awkward way. This can stretch or tear the top bands of tissue that help hold your ankle bones together. A pressure bandage may be used to help control bleeding and allow the blood to clot. It must be applied not more than 3 minutes after the accident, and the foot should then be iced and raised. An Achilles tendon tear usually happens without warning, and the tendon suddenly rips with a loud crack. After the tear, the player doesn't usually feel any pain and must be taken to hospital immediately. The healed Achilles tendon, like all other ruptured tendons, will never regain all of its former resilience, which even in the best case scenarios will be 80 to 90% of that of a healthy tendon. If an Achilles tendon tear occurs, the injured individual should be taken to the hospital as soon as possible. In mild cases, the slight tears and muscle tension can be treated using firm taping. A tape called Kinesio tape from Japan is commonly used. Players who have a tendency to twist their ankle should tape the joint for extra stability. Badminton players should also wear the correct flat gym shoes, which aid ankle stability. To avoid injuries, the badminton player should warm up for several minutes before each game. The muscles and ligaments are raised to the correct operating temperature by means of running and stretching exercises, focusing on areas that are particularly important in badminton, such as legs, shoulders, arms, and hands. When resting for some time, the player should put on a sweatsuit so that the muscle do not get cold. Even if it is very hot in the sports hall, the sweatsuit should also be worn on the court until the player is really sweating. And lastly, the gymnastic bands are very suitable for stretching exercises as they allow specific muscle groups to be targeted. Latex bands are marketed as TheraBand or Juicer-Band. The latter was developed by Erich Juicer, physical therapist to the German national soccer team in the 1960s, who made the players train with bicycle tire inner tubes. Among other things, the advantage of the bands is that they allow the player to choose resistance for the muscles.